All right, so for math today, you are going to learn how to make equivalent fractions, fractions that take up the same amount of space. We've already learned about how to partition fractions and what is a unit fraction, okay, and how to add up unit fractions to get the sum, okay. That's numbers and operations with fractions, standard 1. Numbers and operations with standard 2 is identifying fractions on a number line, okay, and recognizing that a unit fraction is between 0 and 1 on a number line, okay, and also knowing that a fraction is less than 1, okay. NF3, numbers and operations with fractions, standard 3, we're going to learn about making equivalent fractions, okay, with visual fraction models, or we can use number line. Today we will be using the visual fraction models, and then we will learn about comparing fractions as well. But today we're just going to focus on making equivalent fractions, okay? And you will be successful with this if you can represent fractions, equivalent fractions, by creating visual models, okay? Make sure you are studying your anchor charts, okay? I'm not going to go through these slides again here, but you're going to come over here. You're going to watch the equivalent fractions brain pop video through Clever. Click the red link there. And then you're going to use Braining Camp, fraction tiles, and fraction circles to complete the next few slides. And they're not really slides, they're worksheets, but you're going to use the fraction, more so the fraction tiles. They're a little bit easier to use than the fraction circles. So I'm going to log in through Clever. I'm going to go to Braining Camp, and Braining Camp is over here. Okay, and I'm going to click on the fraction tiles, and I'm going to go as quickly as I possibly can because the video I made of this earlier crashed. Okay, all right, so looking over here, you're going to drag the circles on the two equal fractions in each row, okay? And then down at the bottom, you use the paint can to shade in the fraction models to show that 2/3 is equivalent to 4/6, which is equivalent to 8/12. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use Brain Camp here. And we want to show that 1/2, okay, 1/2. And we can see here that 1/2 is not equivalent to 2/3. Let's zoom in here so we can see this. Okay, we can look at this and see that 2/3 is not equivalent to 1/2, but 2/4 is. Okay, so I can show that with the Braining Camp manipulatives here. 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4, and we see that. Okay, so we come back over here, and I'm not going to do all of them. You want to drag your circle over the fractions that are equivalent or equal, that take up the same amount of space. Okay, and then the next one, we see that 4/8 green here is not equivalent to the blue or the purple, but we can look at that and see that 1/4 of that blue is equivalent to 2/8 of that purple there. So we can, and I just showed you that 1/4. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so we come back over here, and I can show you that 1/4 is equivalent to 2/8. Okay, you can see that. Okay, so we come back over here to the slide, and we drag our circles over here. 1/4 equals 2/8. Okay, I'm gonna let you do that one. Actually, no. we don't have any 24ths, so but we can see that that pink area here is not the same size as the red and the blue, but we can see that the red and the blue are equivalent. So 1/12 is equivalent to 2/24. So we can drag our circles down here a little bit here, and those are the last two. Okay, so 1/12 is equivalent to 2/24. And then when you get down to the bottom here, I want you to use the paint can and show that 2/3 is equivalent to 4/6. So you're going to have to come over here, click in the box, and you want to click on the paint can, and you want to color in the same area, okay, to show that it's equivalent, just like this, like I'm doing here. And then we'll see that 2/3 equals 4/6. And I'll let you do this one. Show that 8/12 is equivalent to 2/3 and 4/6. Okay. And then here you are going to use the fraction circles. Okay. Let's use the fraction circles. So I'm going to come back over here to Braining Camp. And I'm going to click over here and I use my fraction circles to do the next one, the next page here. So we have 2/2 equal how many fourths? 2/2 equal how many fourths? Okay, so here's a half and here's a half. Okay, a half and a half. So that's 2/2, okay, equals how many fourths? Let's look at it. So 2/2, which is a whole, equals how many fourths? Okay, so that would be this. That would look like this. So it would be 4/4. Okay, so I could come over here on my slides and I would type in that box a number 4. Okay, you will have to maneuver this around a little bit. Okay, that 4 is there, so you want to stretch your text box up a little bit. Okay, stretch it up. I should say drag it up a little bit. There. Okay, like that. And then how many 4/8 equals how many halves? Okay, and I'm going to show you a trick. If you cross multiply, you can see that it's showing that it's equivalent. 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 4 is 8. So these are two equivalent fractions here. So 4/8, if you go 4/8 equals how many halves? So we can do this, and I don't want to confuse anybody, so I'm not going to do all of these. So what was that? Let me see. That was 4/8 equal how many halves? 4/8. So I'm going to show 4/8 equals how many halves? Okay. 4/8 equals how many halves? 1/2. I can put it right on top of it. Okay. You can see that 4/8 equals 1/2. Okay, so we come back over here and I can plug in a 1 and we can see that one part of that, one part is shaded in. So we'll type in a 1, that would be the numerator. Okay, and again, you want to drag this up a little bit so that it will fit. Okay. All right, there we go. And then you want to come down here. 3/4 equals how many eighths? Look at the shaded part. You can count the shaded part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6/8. Okay. And we can see here too, if I cross multiply, 3 times 8 is 24. So 4 times what will give me 24? That would be 6. Okay, I'm going to let you finish these. I'm going to go ahead and plug in that 6 there. Okay, plug that 6 in. and move it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. And I want to show you that 3/4 equals 6/8 using my Braining Camp tile. So let's see, 3/4 equals 6/8. Okay, you can see that. Okay, here's 3/4, and that equals the same space is covered. Okay, 3/4 equals, and let's move this over here so we can see it. Okay, equals 6/8. There it is. Those are equal. Okay. And if I copy, oh, I don't want to copy it. Let's see if I do this. No. Okay. So you should be able to see that those are equal. Takes up the same amount of space. We've got this part open and this part open, making that L there. Okay. And then here, okay, 2/3 equal how many ninths? So I know I see 2 out of the 3 parts shaded. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be 6/9 here. 6/9. Okay, and if I cross multiply, I can see that these are equivalent. 2 times 9 is 18, and 3 times 6 is 18. We call that the butterfly method. And I'm going to let you do the last 2 at the bottom. Okay, then what you're going to do, you're going to come do the exit ticket down here at the bottom. And you're going to show, let me zoom in for a minute. You're going to show how you might find an equivalent fraction for 1/4 and make a screenshot of your work. So take Braining Camp and let's come back over here and use the fraction tiles. And I want you to show, I'm just going to model one, but it said 1/4. I'm going to do a different fraction. So let's say I'm doing let's say I'm doing let's see. Let's do this. Let's do 2/5 equals how many tenths? So let's put it up here. 2/5 equals how many tenths? And we see it's going to be 4 tenths. So 2/5 is equivalent, and I'm putting my equal sign to show that it's equivalent to 4 tenths. And if I use the butterfly method, okay, if I do this, 2 times 10 is 20. And then 4 times 5, it looks like a butterfly here. Okay, 4 times 5 equals 20. So we can see that they're equivalent when I use the butterfly method. Okay, so what I've got to do now is make a screenshot of this. So I'm going to hit Control, Shift, and I can hit the key above the 6 to make this. Okay, so I can do this and get a screenshot of what I drew. Okay, there's a screenshot. And then what I can do is I can come over here to my slides. Okay, and I can click a plus sign to add a new page. And I'm going to hit Insert, Upload from the computer. And I'm going to insert the next screenshot right here, this first one up here. And you will see that it Comes right up on the page there. Okay, just like that. Okay. And if I don't want the lines in the back, I can just delete those off like this, so it's not showing. Okay, like that. Not sure why that's. I'm calling myself. Uh-oh. Let me take them off like this. All right, now, no lines. Now put the image back. Upload from the computer. And grab the first screenshot there. Okay, I can either do it that way, or I can do this. I'm gonna back it out, undo it, or I can do this. I can go to Braining Camp and I can click on share and click on copy image like that. It's copied to the clipboard, and then all I gotta do is hit Control and V. There it is. Okay, that's another way to do it. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing. Please make sure you do this with the fraction tiles and the fraction circles. I'm